Okay, so I was out and about on the weekend and in a neighboring town ran across a Michael's and I decided to stop in. And so I am here to show you what I picked up on sale. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. And I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. Okay, so while I was in the neighboring town, this is actually where I originally relocated to when I came from New York. I moved to this city and it's right outside of where I live now. It's actually not right out, it's like 40 minutes away. But that's actually the closest Michael's to me. Now where I live, there is a Hobby Lobby and of course there's Walmart, but those are the only two places where you can get art and craft supplies. So while I was in the city next to mine, I went on ahead and dropped into this Michael's, and this Michael's actually used to be, it's up the street from where I used to live, and that's where I used to get all my jewelry making supplies. Still got them, most of them anyways. And so I found that the store was a little dusty though. I don't know if it's me or, if I had higher expectations simply because I hadn't been there in so long. But I was, just feeling a little discombobulated in there. It seems like the layout of the floor plan where things were located wasn't, it didn't seem very logical. But I digress. You're not here for an overview of the layout of Michael's, right? We're here for the goods. So let's get into it. So first thing up, I picked up this pet collapsible water bowl, and originally priced $3.99. It was on clearance for $2. And I got it because during these warm weather months, my intention is to craft on the go, to, do a little watercolor, a little acrylic. Probably won't be using this, but I'm almost certain that if this was not a pet bowl and it was labeled, a art brush, water brush bowl, it would have been twice as much, because we'll pay it, but I like the fact that it has this little collapsible, this little hinge here on the collapsible bowl, and it'll be just enough water in here to take like a travel brush, when you get finished, wipe your brush off, rinse it off, and then move on to the next color. So I got that. I thought that was a great deal and a great use of a product that it may not have been intended for what we're going to do with it. All right. And then I also got another spray bottle because, you can never have too many. Now, currently, I picked this one up, I believe, from Dollar Tree, and it works just fine. Let's see. And you can actually, let me try this. Well, let me do it one more time so you can see the full effect. You see it? Like you can spray it and it'll still keep spraying. I love that. So let me wipe this off. My desk off. So, and then, so I got this spray bottle. I'll just use that as when that one breaks. And I'm pretty sure that that was on sale. Let me just see what was the price for that. That bottle was $5. $4. Yeah. Why I felt like I needed to get it is beyond me. It was regularly priced $7.99 and I got it for $2. So there we go. That's why I got it. Okay, and then we have the Winsor & Newton Galleria Acrylic Mars Black. I've never used Winsor & Newton's acrylic paint. I don't even know if I've used any of their paint, but I want to see what the viscosity of this is. So I will be swatching this as well as the Artist Loft, which I believe you can get at Walmart. I'm not sure. But this is Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray is a great alternative to using black. Sometimes black is too heavy of a contrast and it'll bring a design down. Payne's Gray is a great alternative. So we've got that. And let me turn my light up a little bit because there we go. And then I picked up these little ones. The Amsterdam, what color is that? Burnt Umber. Why is it still on here? I'll take that off at some point. Very small bottle, but I just wanted to see. It's 0.7 fluid ounces, but I just wanted to see what the Amsterdam paint was all about. I also got the green gold. I love this color, especially with like fuchsia or teal or coral. Love that color. So I'll be swatching that. And then we've got this sap green. Not really fond of this color, but you know, it was on sale, so I figured let me just try it out while it was like buy two get one free or something like that, or buy one get one half off. And then I got this Liquitex chromium oxide green. Yeah, it seems like I was really heavy on the greens that day, right? So I want to check and see again what the viscosity is, how thick of a body of a paint it is, and its opaqueness. Light fastness, excellent. Let's see if the other ones have it. No. This one says highly pigmented, can be used with mediums, clean with soap and water. And this one really gives anything. Let's see about Winsor & Newton. I'm glad that Liquitex provides that information. Oh my gosh, I cannot read that. Highly pigmented acrylics formulated to provide strong, vibrant colors with a smooth, free-flowing consistency. Good Lord, that's some tiny writing. Yep, nope, it doesn't give any light fastness information. So we have that. And then I also got this Speedball calligraphy fountain pen. And I'm going to try that out. So, okay, let's go ahead and swatch out. I have my little ink swatches. I just use it for whatever paints. So we'll just try that out in here. What did I do? What in the world? Who knows why? Oh, okay, I know why I did that. All right, so let's go ahead and swatch those out. All right. And I've got a paintbrush nearby. Let's see if there's any water in my bucket. Oh, there is. I must have was ready. Oh, it's a little mucky. It'll work. We just want to wet the paintbrush, you know. We're just trying to see what it do. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. Ooh. And that you have a source of information to pull, source of inspiration to pull from. Oh, look at that. You know what? Let me do something else real quick. It's important to know how translucent paint is so you'll know whether or not you can layer on top of it or you can use it to layer on top of other paints. And that is pretty. Oh, I got a book around here somewhere that I can put this extra in. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just adding some paint to a page because why not? Adding the leftover paints, that is. All right, so then I'll just dip it into this water, wipe it off, rinse it again, and move on to the next one. What else do we have? That was Artist Loft. And let's try the Payne's Gray. Do a little bit this time. Yeah, that's Payne's Gray. Now, just add a little water to that. Now, you see it can go really dark. Or you can add a little water to it and thin it out if you want to layer it on top of, like, perhaps a print, newspaper, book page. I done took up the whole page with that. All right, let's clean that off. Now I have a couple more watercolor palettes that I'll be swatching. Well, I'll be unboxing and swatching. And hopefully you'll, come on back so you can see that. Now, if you're new to the channel and you are not currently a subscriber, if you like swatches and paints and acrylics and watercolors, and you're not looking for expert advice, then this channel is something you might want to subscribe to, because I'm all about adding to the mediums that I use and working to gain experience with them. And I love to bring you guys along with me on the journey. All right, I'm going to save that one for last. We use that, and let's try the burnt umber. Okay. Still quite a bit of green in there. Okay, that's a pretty brown. Make it a little bit more. It's a very rich red toned brown, which I like. It's great for like, you can use that with perhaps another color and use it for skin tones. You'd be surprised at what you mix in order to get the skin tone that you want. It's not always white. It's not always white. I mean, it's not always white with brown. One would think, but that's not necessarily the case. Oh, we're going to go with this one. And then last will be the Winsor Newton, the highlight. Oh, look at that. Now, I love this color, but that is something rich, isn't it? That is beautiful. That would go well with, actually goes well with that, but throw a little plum purple in there. Oh, with that in your journal or on your art. All right, and then last but not least, we have the Galleria Mars Black. I don't know why I was thinking that would be yellow, probably because the band is. Let's see. Oh, it's oh, look at that. Full coverage. It's a gorgeous black. Wonderful for mark making if that's what you're trying to accomplish. This has a scent to it, just so you know. It has a scent. Now, I just added that on top of this acrylic paint. This is, I don't even remember what paint that is, but as you can see, there's a full coverage there. There is no show through. Yeah, this has a slight scent. So if you're sensitive to smells, this might not be one for you, or you would have to have really good ventilation in order to prevent, in order for it to not overtake you. All right, so that was it. That is all. One more thing. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to take the speedball out, and we're going to test this fountain pen. We're going to try that out. I'm going to take it out of the case, but y'all will see me fumble with putting it together. That's pretty. I love, okay, so my favorites are actually this, and this. But this Mars Black is definitely going to be used often and probably replaced quickly with a larger one, and it dries matte, which is great, especially in your journals, because when you have the high gloss ones, sometimes the pages stick together and then you have to put wax paper in between. Okay, so let's move on. I'll be right back in a YouTube second. It really wasn't that difficult to open like that. Now let me go ahead and cut this, because this seems to be a really good holder for some quick acrylic painting, even traveling, you know, little set, you know. I use anything for a palette, really. Okay, so let me just show y'all what the back of this says. It says, featuring precisely machined nib design with a rounded tip, a lightweight and ergonomic construction, and free-flowing ink, speedball calligraphy fountain pens provide a superior writing experience. Now, what it don't tell you is how to put this together. I guess it's, oh, wait a minute. She spoke too soon. All right, what does it say? Using your screw nib grip from barrel body using a counterclockwise motion. Okay, so we've got that. Insert ink cartridge into nib grip until you feel or hear it click. Well, I can do that. All right, it goes down this way. Let's see how easy it'll be. There we go. And then reattach pen barrel to nib grip using a clockwise motion. Place cap on pen. Turn pen upside down so nib is pointing downward. Shake pen to prepare ink flow. Okay. Remove pen cap and place nib to paper. It is recommended to stroke the tip of the nib across a piece of paper or scratch paper with several small strokes to encourage ink to begin flowing. Okay, well, I can do that. These seem like pretty simple instructions. Here I started off with, it would be nice if they gave, girl, just hold on a minute and look around. Look around, lady, look around. Okay, I've got, I believe, a piece of paper here. Make sure I'm not exposing my household bills to you, because nobody want to see that. Y'all don't want to see your own bills. Am I right or am I wrong? Drop in the comment. Are you sick of your bills? Okay, but we're adulting and we're doing our best, right? I'll put that in there for now. I'll move that out the way. By the way, I picked this up from Hobby Lobby a while ago, and I love this. I love that I can clean my brush there, and I got 2 clean water things there, and then I can drop my brushes over here like that while they're drying or while I'm using them. So just thought I might add that. I think it was $9.99, but you know, you wait for it's on sale, wait for it till it goes on sale before you go picking one up for yourself. All right, so let's see if this is an automatic ink flow. Oh, let's see. Okay, so you writing already from the start. All right, now I like that. I like that, especially when I'm doing like a journal entry. Sometimes the handwriting in your journal, especially when I'm on camera. Now, when I'm doing my own journaling, I don't really care how fine the print is, but let me show you what I'm talking about. Hopefully that's dry. If it's not, I won't mess it up. This is kind of small. Obviously, this is a lighter color, so you're not going to see it as well. But let's see if I have another one in here. I do not, but you get what I'm saying. When you are, that's just, it's not even in, oh, that's cute. Just swatches and leftover paint. But, you know, so when I'm on camera, sometimes it is better to have a more bolder print. Now, as you can see, I do slant to the left. I'm left-handed. That's just how I've always written. But for all intents and purposes, I like this pen. I really do. If you are trying to write in a small space, you probably want a smaller nib. And so let me see, this one is 1.5 millimeter. I'm assuming you might want something smaller. Yep, so it came with 2 ink cartridges. I love this pen. And it'll be on my side. This will be my daily usage because I don't think it was that expensive. How much did I pay for that? I don't even know. $4.99. I paid $4.99 for that. So it was a good buy, good purchase. Anyways, listen, I am so grateful that you stopped by and hung out with me for a few to check in on what I picked up recently. And I hope that you will stop back. Now, until we are back here together on Patreon first, because that's where this video will be seen first, and YouTube second, listen, y'all know the drill. Stay encouraged, stay blessed, stay creative and crafty. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.